call today at 402-590-5800 to book an appointment and learn more about our preventative maintenance plans. Doors Plus, garage doors, and more.
The Mill Coffee and Tea, formerly with only 4 Lincoln locations, now 5 Lincoln locations. That's 25% more locations than there used to be. Can you even imagine a world where there's only 4 Lincoln Mill locations? Feels like ages ago. We were all so young then. The Mill on 11, located right alongside the 93.7 The Ticket Studios at 1040 O Street. Tailored Life is your headquarters for all things fall in Bennett. Make the short drive down Highway 2 for tons of items for your home, both indoors and outdoors. Check out their variety of potted trees, mums, and more. Plus, porch pots and landscape lighting to enhance the outside of your home. Don't forget their home goods for indoors, plus convenient drinks and snacks, most of which are produced locally. Visit Tailored Life today in Bennett and stay tuned to their Facebook page at Tailored Life 360 for food truck events coming up.
At Fairway Meat Market, your family. And as part of the family, they want to save you money on your meat and groceries. Now, through October 20th, enjoy USDA Choice Whole Boneless Ribeye Loin for $12.99 per pound and USDA Choice Eye of Round Roast for $6.99 per pound. Plus, October is pork month, so enjoy St. Louis-style ribs for $1.99 per pound, Duroc pork butt for $2.49 per pound, and 4 for $5 all-pork patties. That's all at Fairway Meat Market in the Rockledge Square Shopping Center, just south of 84th and Van Dorn.
Now's the time to get your John Deere equipment inspected and prepared for next season. Acres trained technicians will thoroughly evaluate your machine and get it running at peak performance. And for a limited time, Acres is offering early inspection incentives. Sign up before December 15th and qualify for a discount on parts installed by Acres. Get no interest and no payments until November of 25 with approved financing through John Deere Financial. Some restrictions apply. Contact your nearest Acres location for details.
Coming at you live from the heart of Lincoln, America. This is Old School, sponsored by the Mercado by Certified Piedmontese. Broadcasting veteran Derek Pearson.
When you find something that moves them, that makes them smile, celebrate it. That's your task. That's your superpower.
Nebraska Football Hall of Famer Jay Foreman.
Rifles a pass. It was tipped. It's picked off by Foreman. He's at the 15, 10, 5. He'll score!
On 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Happy Tuesday to you all, to us all. Thank you for hanging out with us for this hour. We'll go till 5 o'clock, and then Demo and Ash will come in for teammates and give us hope and set us up. We're looking out for each other. They'll go till 6 o'clock. Got a full night for you on Ticket weeknights as well. Harrison Arns and the crew, DP, Chancellor Brewington. There's a whole lineup that'll take you through all the way till 11 o'clock. And then if you haven't caught Kyle Perry, new addition to the station, if you haven't caught his hour Sunday through Thursday, put it on your list. Add it on your podcast list. Do that if you haven't caught Chris Kolarvik.
Let me just say, you'd rather catch a Kyle Perry hour than a Kyle Perry breaking pitch.
Yeah, he's still got it.
Yeah,
he's still got it.
Never lost it.
Right, he's still got it. And if you haven't caught Chris Kolarvik and his hour weekly breaking down football, you might want to do it. Want to put it on your list of things to. And here's the other thing: we have some news that I'm going to break here as soon as we set up the intro. So again, 402-464-5685. If you want to be a part of what we're doing, you can follow us on all the streams: Facebook, YouTube, X, and Allo channel 961. If you want to be a part of what we're doing, you can. No Jay today. He'll be back tomorrow. Austin, would you please, kind sir, let them know about our friends at the Mercado?
Gladly. They have 3 Lincoln locations and 1 Omaha location where you can get every type of meat and every type of cut. Getting a little chillier outside, that's okay. You can brave the elements to grill, or you can saute in a pan or put it in the oven, whatever you want to do. Don't let the weather stop you from getting down to the Mercado. 84th and Havelock here in Lincoln, as well as 30th and Yankee Hill and 85th and Andromat, as well as 168th and Maple Streets in Omaha.
Get on down, get on down, get on down. That's what I would say to you. Breaking news, specifically here at the Ticket. I've said many times as I can say it that we do this. We pay attention to our Ticket family, and by family I mean folks who listen, watch, text, show up here at the mill for what we're doing, and we're working on a couple of things here at the mill as well. Because I want to set something up to take care of students. We're going to pick a day. Luke and I are talking about it. We're going to pick a day, and we're just going to have Student Appreciation Day. There are a lot of students that come to the mill just to study group and et cetera. And so I said, what we'll do is one morning, and we've got to pick out what morning it's going to be. But he's going to put aside like 50, 100 mini coffees, and he's just going to stand at the corner, and for students on the way to class, just, for those that want a little sample, we're going to do that for them. We're going to do that for them. Take care of the folks, the young folks. Again, if you send your kids to the University of Nebraska and they're walking by the Ticket and the mill on their way to class, we'd like to, give them a little extra incentive to have a better day. And we'll pick the day and we'll announce that. And of course, folks know that here at the mill, we have specialized coffee, caffeinated drinks, uncaffeinated drinks. We have wine on avail, and we have beer on tap. So for pre-games and et cetera, and if you're just in the area for those 11 o'clock Saturday games, well, the games are on here. And you can hang out with the Ticket Town if you want, just to chop it up and see what you're doing. There's a thing that you can do. But we listen to the listeners, and we listen to our family, and they talk about what they want to hear. And being that I'm on air 7 days a week, any opportunity for me to allow somebody else to get their light on, right? Somebody else to get their shine, for somebody else to get some exposure and to get amplified. Well, one of my favorite people in Lincoln and at the University of Nebraska is head wrestling coach Mark Manning. And there's several reasons for Mark Manning to be my favorite person. And that one, he's a great human being, just a great human being. And if you've ever rubbed elbows or pressed palms with Mark Manning, you felt stronger, better, wiser because of it. And those people are rare, that you always get a win when you engage with Mark Manning. And he stops by the station, and he gives a little information. He pumps some energy and oxygen into the room, and we're better for it. And that's good for us, and it's good for the listeners. But here's the thing: leadership is required in space, and to offer people an opportunity to do a thing differently than it's ever been done before. And so we here at the Ticket have reached an agreement with head coach Mark Manning to provide a weekly Husker wrestling show with current Husker wrestlers, former Husker wrestlers, current Husker wrestling coaches, former Husker wrestling coaches, and then friends of the program, folks who, quite frankly, they make it all available for Mark Manning to do what they want to do as they can do it. And so starting October 29th here on the Ticket, so we know that from 5 to 6 it's teammates. And it gave me a chance to give Jay Foreman a day off, right? Because Jay's another 6-7 day a week guy if you let him. He loves it that much. But we're going to give Jay Tuesdays off, because from 4 to 5 on Tuesday, starting October 29th, it'll be Takedown Tuesdays with Mark Manning. And there's a list of dudes. He's got some dudes. Now, mind you, his entire lineup from top to bottom looks like a top 25 poll. Right? They're just loaded. Some returning talent, great leadership, great coaches, of course, great alumni. And if you haven't been to a Husker wrestling event in a while or at all, this is the year to do that. This is the year for this top 5, perennial top 5 program to have the returning base that it has of talent, and then to understand what we're trying to do with it, that we're going to give exposure to it. We want you to know this Husker program. Like I think we did a pretty good job of giving exposure to volleyball, not really needed, but to have Nicklin and Lexi and company come on and just be themselves each week, and just to remind you why these young people are so special and why the programs are so good. And as they talk about family, recruiting, university, teammates, and coaches, that it makes perfect sense that you become more emotionally invested in it. But Silas Allred is a story. Harley Andrews, story. Right? If you go up and down this lineup and you say, okay, what are we doing here? What do we have? Brock Hardy is back. Fine young man from Box Elder, Utah, Brigham City. Right?
Would Jay Foreman like it there?
If Brock was in the room to stare him down.
It's good for him.
Right? Ridge Lovett is back at 149. He's back. Mento's back. Lenny Pinto is still such a unique character and personality that if you haven't seen him wrestle and you haven't seen his swagger and the ambiance provided, again, you're going to know it. It starts with Caleb Smith at 125. This is a top 10 wrestler in the country, right? That starts the party each week, and they've got some dudes up and down, right? Jacob Van D at 133. So they always got the party starters at the top, right? At the lighter weights, Van D's a savage. Absolute savage. Bubba Wilson, I got a chance to sit with him. I was lecturing in a business class, and Bubba's sitting up front. And anytime an athlete sits at the front of the room, it lets me know that, one, they're being led and they're ready to lead, right? And then we're not supposed to have favorites. I get that. We're not supposed to have favorites. We're supposed to just root them all on from a distance and not get involved. But from down the road at Millard South, there's a young man who wrestles at 157 who is currently my favorite Husker wrestler because he has the it factor. Air quotes. He has the it factor. The crowd gets a little louder, the mat gets a little louder, the moves get a little bit louder and a little more explosive. But Antrell Taylor from Millard South is back. And we want to just give Mark Manning and this coaching staff an opportunity each week to let you get to know this program. To let you get to know these young men. And you wrestling fans, this is the chance. And I'm just going to say it to you. From day one, from October 29th, every Tuesday from 4 to 5, I hope y'all go crazy for them. I hope
nuts. Here you go.
Right? Listen, folks have been asking for a wrestling show, a Husker wrestling show. Well, here it is. Here it is. And then I say that to say this. I have also tendered offer, right? In full support, opportunity for NIL, meet and greets, that sort of stuff for not only the wrestling program, but I sent a note to Heather Brink, gymnastics. You know what, Coach Brink, if there's an hour that's going to help you push this program from top 25 into the top 10, let me know. Let me know. Chance for your NIL boosters and your program sponsors to help out. Let me know. The same thing that down the road at the Haymarket, currently they're in a scrimmage, a red-white scrimmage. The baseball program, Will Bolt, Lance Harvell, again, friends of the station. Fully supportive of what we've done here with student athletes. I offered them an hour and said, you know what? Pick the hour of the week and make it work. So this roster should make a bid, should make a dent, should be a threat in the Big Ten Conference, and then get to the national tournament. The same thing applies, right? That we have it for men's basketball. I will make the offer to Amy Williams and the women's basketball program. If it helps you, again, the preseason rankings come out. The Huskers women's basketball program sits at 23 to start the season. Returning depth, quality of player, got nice local flair, some local talent, got some international talent back on the roster. There's depth, right? There's all the things in play. And it's an opportunity after the NCAA run a year ago for them to catch fire, to catch lightning in a bottle.
It's right there.
I've offered, Fred Hoiberg knows he has an opportunity. Listen, if you want to push the basketball program, and of course you can hear Jeffrey Grace and Sam Hoiberg on the Walk On Weekly, all said and done. I'm also working with some athletes. Looks like we may have some crossover programs, different sports crossing over. Of course, track, we have 2 track programs.
Crossing over with field.
Right. 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 Crossover in different factions, right? Swimming and diving, soccer, women's gymnastics. We're working on a men's gymnastics program as well. But here's what this is what we're going to do to allow Husker athletics to come on and tell their stories. Like, it's one thing for me to talk about Mark Manning and for Mark Manning to talk about these young people, but it's entirely different to have Heather Brink talk about her gymnast and have her gymnast talk back. It's entirely different to give boosters of the program, the folks who support directly set up. Like, sometimes it's equipment vendors and apparel vendors who want to deal specific with those. But to give them an opportunity to come in here and have a place that they can use as a meet and greet place for their programs. So yeah, I'm rather excited that October 29th will be the first of it. Mark Manning, Takedown Tuesdays with Mark Manning. I'm rather excited about this. So here's what we'll do. We'll throw it to break, Austin. And then we'll come back. We'll talk about a little bit about the news of what's going on in the day. There's lots going on in sports. The Huskers are down playing baseball today. It's a beautiful day. I don't think there's much offense going on down there. But it's a beautiful day as well. So DP, AO, Old School on a Tuesday. We'll be right back.
You're listening to Old School with DP and J. Download the mobile app and listen wherever you are on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Hi, this is State Senator Carolyn Bosson. Education is a cornerstone for strong, vibrant communities. I voted for the largest investment in education in Nebraska history. As a state senator, wife, and mom, I believe Nebraska is a great place to work and raise a family. My husband Reggie and I are local family business owners and understand the valuable role of education in growing our community. This is Carolyn Bosson, and I will continue to support education in the legislature. Vote Carolyn Bosson on November 5th. Paid for by Bosson for Legislature.
If you're in Seward or Milford, listen up. Select Plumbing is now servicing your area with no trip charges from Lincoln. Select Plumbing works on a variety of issues for your home and business, including general plumbing, water heaters, faucet and fixture repair, underground sewer and water repairs, backflow testing, and more. Keep your property free from leaks and other issues. Call today for a free estimate, 402-560-6197. It's not just Lincoln, Waverly, and the surrounding area anymore. It's also Seward and Milford with no trip charges. Contact Select Plumbing to inquire at 402-560-6197.
You have a big investment in your farming operation. Let Landmark Implement help you get the most out of your equipment by investing in pre-season service inspections. Let our John Deere trained and certified technicians provide you with a complete list of repairs that will help your equipment perform better and deliver maximum performance. At Landmark, buy 3 equipment service inspections and get the 4th free. Contact your local Landmark service manager for details and experience the Landmark difference.
The Mill Coffee and Tea, formerly with only 4 Lincoln locations, now 5 Lincoln locations. That's 25% more locations than there used to be. Can you even imagine a world where there's only 4 Lincoln Mill locations? Feels like ages ago. We were all so young then. The Mill on 11, located right alongside the 93.7 The Ticket Studios at 1040 O Street.
Your home is your empire. Protect it with Empire Fence. Get a free instant quote with the online estimating tool at empire-fence.com. See an upfront estimate with no hidden fees. An Empire Fence can provide privacy and improve the appearance of your home. Keep kids and pets in or out of your yard. Increase security and add value to your property. Visit empire-fence.com now to view the stylish and maintenance-free possibilities for your home and get a free instant online quote. Let Empire Fence protect your empire.
Are you ready for a new opportunity? Check out Sandhills Global. Join a dynamic team where your skills are valued and your career can soar. We offer full-time positions with a 4.5-day work week, competitive pay, excellent benefits, and a positive work environment. From IT and marketing to sales and finance, we're looking for talented individuals just like you. Apply today at sandhills.jobs and take the first step towards an exciting future. That's sandhills.jobs. Don't wait, apply now.
Attention students and anyone else looking for a great deal. Sun Valley Lanes and Games has the ultimate weeknight special. For just $15.95, enjoy unlimited bowling, lucky putt mini golf, and laser tag. Flash your college ID at check-in to receive $2 off your admission. It's the perfect way to unwind Sunday through Thursday nights. Check out sunvalleylanes.com for hours and availability. Sun Valley Lanes and Games, located at 321 Victory Lane.
Lincoln's best place to meet, eat, and compete. Sun Valley.
Garage doors can be expensive. Are you keeping yours in the best condition possible? This is Cameron Hall with Doors Plus. Doors Plus is a locally owned business that prides itself on the fast, reliable, and friendly service. Doors Plus offers flexible scheduling so you can book an appointment that fits your busy day. My team and I will come out to your property, both commercial and residential, and provide you with the necessary information you need to make sure your garage door is in working and smooth condition. Give Doors Plus a call today at 402-590-5800 to book an appointment and learn more about our preventative maintenance plans. Doors Plus, garage doors, and more.
Now's the time to get your John Deere equipment inspected and prepared for next season. Acres trained technicians will thoroughly evaluate your machine and get it running at peak performance. And for a limited time, Acres is offering early inspection incentives. Sign up before December 15th and qualify for a discount on parts installed by Acres. Get no interest and no payments until November of 25 with approved financing through John Deere Financial. Some restrictions apply. Contact your nearest Acres location for details.
You never think cancer will happen to you. I smoked for over 40 years. My doctor recommended that I get annual lung cancer screening. They were able to catch my cancer at stage 1. It's never too late to quit. Even if you're still smoking, you need to ask your doctor about annual lung cancer screening. Just 30 minutes a year could save your life.
Call the Nebraska Tobacco Quit Line, 1-800-QUIT-NOW, 1-800-784-8669. Paid for by Tobacco Free Nebraska. Aired with the Nebraska Broadcasters Association and this station.
At Action Plumbing, Heating, AC, and Electrical, we're ready, reliable, and recommended. Water heater acting up or your sump pump on the fritz? Call Action. Summer's around the corner. Is your AC working? Are you sure? Call Action. Electrical problems? I'm telling you, call Action. Call Action for a free same-day estimate or trusted second opinion. You heard that right, a free same-day estimate. 402-423-6960. ActionLincoln.com.
Back to old school with DP and J on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Welcome back. And again, DP, Austin, Oerman. It will take you until 5 o'clock. Demo and Ash will come in at 5 o'clock and give you the business. And of course, if you just missed the announcement that starting October 29th, Tuesdays from 4 o'clock to 5 o'clock. Takedown Tuesdays with Mark Manning and the wrestling program. And hopefully, if you're one of the coaches hanging out, before we get into where we wanted to go with it, just to understand. So from the text line, it said, DP, have you heard about women's wrestling coming? Well, here's the other part. There is opportunity. There's an opportunity. Iowa has women's wrestling. There's an opportunity for Nebraska to be not only, next to the table, but the head of the table when it comes to that. The high school program, the high school tournament certainly has leverage and certainly has exposure and access. And it has competency. So yeah, I would imagine that it's pretty high on the list, but again, for balance sake, and then revenue, money, where does it come from? And it would, in my mind, it would take some clubs and some sponsors to move the thing forward, because it can't just be done in writing a blank check. Somebody has to pay the bill behind it. But I think there's enough support to do it. But also, I'm rather intrigued by what's happening on Sundays. Nick Sainert has been out at Youth League football for Sundays from 1 to 3 o'clock. And I hear as much about that as I do anything else. That it, he goes, well, why'd you have the idea? Well, I was talking to Tank Perry, and it just made sense to me that if you give community a chance to rally around its young people, they generally do. And that was kind of the push. And somebody asked, well, what can we do to get some of the games broadcast? Well, you had to pay broadcasters money, right? I mean, getting Jay Foreman and Nick out there their Sunday, in most cases, especially in football season, they're
kind
working,
of a big deal, guys.
They're working 7 days a week, right? They're working 7 days a week. So if you're asking them to give up time, from girlfriends, family, et cetera, that like me in good faith have to do that. But there are people who have stepped up and said, okay, well, what if we just donate? Yeah. Just reach out to Nick and Jake Sorensen. You can reach out to me. You can reach out to Austin, if that's what you want to do. Because we want to be able to, like, there are championship games. There's a couple of weeks where there's tournament play, and then there's championships that we would love. And because we have streaming rights, we can 2-camera, 3-camera just off laptops. And because we've done Big Red Brunch, we have actual video cameras that we can set up. We can't do all the games, but if there's a certain field that we can set up and then be functional around, we could do that. So to have some, and of course, football leads to doing it in basketball, leads to doing it in baseball. So that's kind of what we have going forward. Lots of things in place. And one of those other things, Austin Oerman, that I was asked about today was when we did the, one stays, one goes segment a few days ago with NFL quarterbacks. And we had 2 gentlemen come in this morning, and they were saying, well, we really like that segment. What would you do in college football? And I was like, fair. That's a discussion that we can have. So, Austin, I'm going to give you some names from the top 25 quarterbacks in college football.
Quarterbacks of top 25 teams or top 25 quarterbacks as you judge them?
In stats.
Okay.
So quarterback ratings, rankings, stats. Yep. In some case, notoriety matters, but in all of these cases, and some of what the decisions you're making, it's based on marketing. Mm-hmm. And that's fine, right? That's fine.
Welcome to the day and age.
Right? Mm-hmm. So we're going to start at the number 25th, the number 25 ranked quarterback based on stats in college football. Dare to guess who number 25 is.
I have no idea where to start.
He's Big Ten.
Okay, number 25 in stats.
Number 25. Number 25 is Will Howard.
Oh, okay.
Will Howard.
Okay.
I was like, 60%, 73% completion. He's 125 of 165. Got crazy numbers, right? But he's currently ranked at 25. If I asked you to choose between Will Howard and Miller Moss is throwing at about 64% completion, but he's ranked higher based on yardage and touchdowns. Austin Oerman, who do you take?
I'm taking Will Howard.
Will Howard.
I'm taking Will Howard. I'm trying to pull up the exact stats that he had against Oregon because they were pretty dang impressive, right?
Right.
Obviously, the brain fart happened, right? You can't overlook that by any means.
You made a bonehead play.
It was a stupid play.
Yeah.
But before that, what Will Howard did, 28 of 35, 2 tutties, no picks, 9 rushes, 13 yards, including a 12-yarder for a touchdown, right? Like, that's pretty solid work.
This is why we have the conversations, because it allows us to get different perspective, different vantage. If I said to you, kind sir, that just for the record in this thing, right? Just so you understand, case in point, that Dylan Raiola is not in the top 25.
Not shocking.
But at 67% completion, I would ask you, is it Will Howard or Dylan Raiola?
I mean, this is where you tug at the heartstrings a little bit, right? Because
I'm okay with that. Like,
if you ask me if I need to win one game, I might take Will Howard. If you ask me who I'm drafting to start my team with, it's Dylan Raiola in a heartbeat.
Here are the rules. This is what I used to tell Buddy Tom Stevens when we did these polls. You cannot get this wrong because it's your opinion, and there's zero chance you get it right.
Fair enough.
So,
I mean, then I'll take Dylan just because why not?
Right.
He's already here.
Right? Like,
why not?
Like, that's a thing, and we're okay with that.
Mm-hmm.
We're going to move. So Dylan Raiola is in the space. Also not in the top 25 is he's thrown for 73% completion rate, 96 of 132. He is Jalen Milroe of Alabama. Who do you take?
Jalen.
Okay.
Jalen.
So Jalen,
he would be more in the vein of what Nebraska's seen at quarterbacks, just 10, 15% better.
Right.
At it.
What they think he would be versus completing at 77% of his completions. He is Dylan Gabriel. Milroe or Gabriel, Austin Oerman? Yeah, it's deep water now, bro.
Yeah, my personal preference leads me to pick Gabriel. I like the processor. I like the quick passing game with enough of a deep arm. I know Milroe can do a few more things on the football field, but I like that truer quarterback style that Gabriel presents. So I would take Dylan Gabriel.
Throwing at 68% for higher yardage per and better touchdown to interception ratio. He is Carson Beck from Georgia.
Gabriel.
Dylan Gabriel advances.
Beck again has the highs. He's probably a better pro prospect, but for college right now, I'm taking Gabriel.
He is throwing at 73% with a higher number of completions. His name is Shedeur Sanders. Shedeur Sanders or Dylan Gabriel, Austin Oerman?
I'm taking Gabriel. I am. Shedeur might help with the marketing, and he's a legit good quarterback in his own right.
Mm-hmm.
I just like Gabriel a little bit better still.
If you flip them and put them in different programs, I think if Shedeur had the talent that Dylan has around him, oh my goodness, you could just give him the Heisman Trophy.
I mean, maybe. I think Gabriel's got a better arm. Shedeur might be a little more accurate, but Gabriel can throw late a little better than Shedeur can. Shedeur's gotten in trouble with it a couple times.
I like Shedeur's arm more than any quarterback in college football.
It's not the biggest arm.
I don't need a big arm. I need an accurate arm.
Gabriel gives you a little bit more both.
I don't think he does. Here's the hook. But again, you can't get it wrong, bro. There's no. So Dylan Gabriel, we're gonna go down and include a gentleman from Miami, Cam Ward.
Or Gabriel. Yeah. Cam Ward is pass first Jalen Milroe in a lot of ways. I think that I'm trying to find the right comp in my head for Cam Ward. I think what Cam Ward would be best served being is Baker Mayfield, but I don't think that's Cam Ward's personality. There's a little bit more boom or bust in Cam Ward than there was in college Baker. So it's tight. I think I would take Shedeur a little ahead of Cam Ward right now. He just scares me a little bit, but I'd take Gabriel over Ward too.
Let's go to Ole Miss, Oxford at 70%. Jackson Dart.
Dart is 95% of Milroe. So Gabriel.
That's all in play. This week's opponent to the Nebraska Huskers. He's throwing at 74% completion. 118 of 160. His name is Curtis Rourke. What do you do with him, Austin Oerman? Do you take him or do you leave him?
I leave him. system guy. Pretty good stats at Ohio. Found the right coaching situation for him at Ohio. Just kind of average traits. He's making it work, right? And credit to him for that. I think that he's being made to look pretty darn good by the talent around him.
Finally, kind sir throwing at 71% completion, 103 of 146. Let's go to Happy Valley and Drew Aller.
If you would ask me if I would take Drew Aller or Cade Klubnik, I would say that's a trick question. They're the same player.
They're the same dude.
But that's not what you're asking me about. I do like Aller's traits. I think that he has some of the Christian Hackenberg effect to him. Frame, size, arm talent.
Yep.
He's gotten better. You got to credit him for that, but I think he's still a year away. So I know this sounds like a Dylan Gabriel love fest. I'm not so incredibly high on Dylan Gabriel.
He's your boyfriend.
If only. He's good. Dylan Gabriel's good, right? Maybe a system guy. He has been surrounded by talent his whole career. Absolutely.
Right.
I just don't know if there's a great batch of college quarterbacks right now. There's some good ones.
I think it's a group from the text line. With Oregon winning and Gabriel having a great game, does the talk of who wins the Heisman change? I love Milrow, but man, Gabriel looks damn good. Austin?
Not Heisman good.
Not Heisman
good. He hasn't made the same impact that Ashton Genty has. Still put Travis Hunter above him too, at the very least.
I don't disagree, kind sir. It is an interesting time and an interesting place, right? That college football at its highest visibility and notoriety is, I think it has a really good quarterback class.
Solid.
Like
fine.
If you, right, if your NFL team is looking at any of those 10, you're not really fishing on dry land. There's something there for you.
There's Clay.
Right?
There's Clay.
There's something there. Cool Hand Luke, get out of my head, man. I'm setting Austin up. I'm setting him up.
I had that thought in the back of my mind. I was
setting him up.
It.
Man, it was all there. Austin, to close the deal, but it's a two-part question. One, who's your quarterback at Texas? Who are you choosing out of the two at Texas?
Man, it's close. How quickly we forget that Quinn Ewers was a perfectly rated 1,000 prospect by the consensus index, right? Like, Quinn Ewers is good. Quinn Ewers is a baller. And I know so much of his story that people outside of his programs have written is, oh, he's the kombucha guy that just went to Ohio State for NIL and then transferred to Texas.
Right.
But he's kind of balled out, right? No, he didn't have his best game against Oklahoma coming back from injury. Quinn Ewers is making all the throws, man. I know he has his limitations, but yeah, I mean, Ewers has been really solid for a couple years now.
So if you take Ewers, do you take him over Dylan?
Gabriel?
Uh-huh.
Yeah, I do.
So he's
I take Ewers.
In your mind, is he the guy?
Probably.
Is he your Heisman quarterback?
No.
Who's your Heisman quarterback?
Heisman quarterback's Milrow.
That's why I wanted to have the conversation because people have talked about the runners and then went, yeah, but that runner has to get into a meaningful game where all these quarterbacks are most likely going to kind of be crabs in a barrel and play themselves through.
Right.
So yeah, that's it was there. Well, we were comparing two Dylans. We were comparing Raiola, who was left on the table early, and then Dylan Gabriel, which is a different deal, right? So that was kind of what we were doing, Ryan. So we weren't exactly all the Dylans weren't Nebraska Dylan,
right?
So there's that. We'll throw it to break when we come back. Demo and Ash are here, so let's bring them in and let's set the table for this fine 5 o'clock hour of radio coming here on 93.7 The Ticket.
Watch Old School live on Facebook, YouTube, or Twitch. Old School with DP and J on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
You've seen them come and go. Franchise testosterone clinics that pop up and then whoosh, they're gone.
These franchise clinics quickly find out it's not easy to compete with Limitless Mail. Limitless is locally owned and operated with a flawless protocol that has elevated them to be the best in men's testosterone replacement and sexual performance. By adding GLP-1s, our patients are losing weight in a healthy way. To feel your optimal best, schedule a free consult at limitlessmail.com.
At Fairway Meat Market, your family. And as part of the family, they want to save you money on your meat and groceries. Now, through October 20th, enjoy USDA Choice Whole Boneless Ribeye Loin for $12.99 per pound and USDA Choice Eye of Round Roast for $6.99 per pound. Plus, October is pork month, so enjoy St. Louis-style ribs for $1.99 per pound, Duroc pork butt for $2.49 per pound, and 4 for $5 all-pork patties. That's all at Fairway Meat Market in the Rockledge Square Shopping Center just south of 84th and Van Dorn.
Are you ready for a new opportunity? Check out Sandhills Global. Join a dynamic team where your skills are valued and your career can soar. We offer full-time positions with a 4.5-day work week, competitive pay, excellent benefits, and a positive work environment. From IT and marketing to sales and finance, we're looking for talented individuals just like you. Apply today at sandhills.jobs and take the first step towards an exciting future. That's sandhills.jobs. Don't wait, apply now.
At Action Plumbing, Heating, AC, and Electrical, we're ready, reliable, and recommended. Water heater acting up or your sump pump on the fritz? Call Action. Summer's around the corner. Is your AC working? Are you sure? Call Action. Electrical problems? I'm telling you, call Action. Call Action for a free same-day estimate or a trusted second opinion. You heard that right, a free same-day estimate. 402-423-6960. ActionLincoln.com.
Your home is your empire. Protect it with Empire Fence. Get a free instant quote with the online estimating tool at empire-fence.com. See an upfront estimate with no hidden fees. An Empire Fence can provide privacy and improve the appearance of your home. Keep kids and pets in or out of your yard. Increase security and add value to your property. Visit empire-fence.com now to view the stylish and maintenance-free possibilities for your home and get a free instant online quote. Let Empire Fence protect your empire.
You never think cancer will happen to you. I smoked for over 40 years. My doctor recommended that I get annual lung cancer screening. They were able to catch my cancer at stage 1. It's never too late to quit. Even if you're still smoking, you need to ask your doctor about annual lung cancer screening. Just 30 minutes a year could save your life.
Call the Nebraska Tobacco Quit Line, 1-800-QUIT-NOW, 1-800-784-8669. Paid for by Tobacco Free Nebraska. Aired with the Nebraska Broadcasters Association and this station.
Now's the time to get your John Deere equipment inspected and prepared for next season. Acres trained technicians will thoroughly evaluate your machine and get it running at peak performance. And for a limited time, Acres is offering early inspection incentives. Sign up before December 15th and qualify for a discount on parts installed by Acres. Get no interest and no payments until November of 25 with approved financing through John Deere Financial. Some restrictions apply. Contact your nearest Acres location for details.
Load up on meat and more this fall at the Mercado by Certified Piedmontese at 84th and Havelock. This week's special through October 15th is $2 off tray packaged ground beef, $2 off hot dogs, 15% off cookbooks, and buy one, get one 50% off on hardcore carnivore seasoning. Locations at 84th and Havelock, 30th and Yankee Hill, and now 85th and Highway 2 in Lincoln, or 168th and Maple in Omaha. Get to the Mercado today for the best meat in town.
93.7 The Ticket, Fox, KFXL Weather. Sponsored by John Henry's Plumbing, Heating, and Air Conditioning.
The Lincoln forecast for today, we'll see lots of sunshine and it will be breezy and cool with an afternoon high around 56. Tonight, clear skies and it will be cold, below around 29. And tomorrow, frost likely in the morning and sunny and breezy for today. We'll see a high around 64. I'm meteorologist Kyle Becker for 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Garage doors can be expensive. Are you keeping yours in the best condition possible? This is Cameron Hall with Doors Plus. Doors Plus is a locally owned business that prides itself on the fast, reliable, and friendly service. Doors Plus offers flexible scheduling so you can book an appointment that fits your busy day. My team and I will come out to your property, both commercial and residential, and provide you with the necessary information you need to make sure your garage door is in working and smooth condition. Give Doors Plus a call today at 402-590 5800 to book an appointment and learn more about our preventative maintenance plans. Doors Plus, garage doors, and more.
Hi everyone, Kendall Warnock with A1 Automotive in downtown Lincoln. If you're looking for an automotive repair facility you can genuinely trust, we would be grateful for the opportunity to earn your business repairing your vehicle. We have ASE master technicians and qualified to work on a variety of vehicles from Hondas to Porsches, Jaguars to Toyotas, and Chevrolets to Fords. We pride ourselves on customer service and relationships, and we would be grateful for the opportunity to serve you. Give us a call at 402-477-4660. A1 Automotive, always honest answers.
Back to Old School with DP and J on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Welcome back. Final segment of Old School before we hand it over. And we appreciate you guys being active on the text line. Thank you for giving Austin the what for. Austin gets, when Commissioner Austin Oerman takes over, all things happen, and you guys have handled it well. Austin, well done for standing on your platform and standing on business.
Their boos mean nothing to me. I've seen what makes them cheer.
Their boos mean nothing. Nothing. Stay in your lane. It is spectacular. Oh man, we had Austin decide who was the best college quarterback.
And who did he pick?
DP walked me through it with he stays or he goes. So in the progression, I ended up at Quinn Ewers right now.
Oh, like today?
Yeah.
The best quarterback.
Yeah.
Ooh, I would have to disagree with that, DP.
This is why I bring it up, because we went through some of the text line. So we based it on QB quarterback ratings, where they currently stand. And I had to start off with the fact that Dylan Raiola is ranked 50th in the country.
50th?
He's number 50. He's number 50 based on production, simply on production. So for whatever the meaning and value of quarterback ratings and rankings, that's what it was. But in that, I gave Austin an opportunity as we moved up the rankings that you can either keep him or accept the next quarterback that I offered up. And oddly enough, Jalen Milroe from Alabama and Dylan Gabriel from Oregon are also not in the top 25.
Really?
So it got scary quick. Like, we got to the top of the roller coaster really early, and then it was all downhill and turns like the entire time through. So, and then finally we got to Arch Manning and Quentin Ewers from Texas, both the same roster. And it's who you got?
Well, if it helps, I am going for Texas this weekend when they play Georgia. So kudos to what Texas is doing. I do see them being one of the final teams when it comes down to it. I can't tell who they're going to be playing against in the national championship.
12 teams, and it is going to be the wild, wild west, because we've never had a playoff system for college football, especially at that level. We've had it in the lower levels. And the same discussions we have on what's wrong with the system are going to happen. It's only going to multiply. Because if your team isn't in the top 12, if you're 13, 14, 15, 16, and those teams are probably SEC, Big Ten, ACC teams who just are outside the window peeking in, they're not going to be happy. They're not going to be happy. And we're going to love it.
So I got to pick on you real quick.
Have at it.
Ashton has a team, but it's a different team. So I'm going to shift gears.
Okay.
She is all about the Yankees.
Oh.
And what's your team when it comes to Major League Baseball? She is all about the Yankees.
All in.
So here's the beauty of my position is that I've worked with several organizations. Technically, my favorite team has to be the stadium in which me and Rebecca got married.
Which is?
Nationals.
Okay.
So we were married in National Stadium. So that space will always have a different place. Now, I had a mini fling with the Astros.
I'm glad that didn't last long.
I had a fling with the Astros. I don't have a real dislike for most things. I actually said on air, I've been saying it for months, that they can just give me a Yankees-Dodgers World Series now. They can skip. Listen, not mad at you Guardians fans. I'm not mad at you Metropolitans fans, but they can skip all of this and give me 4th of July every night in baseball. Give me Soto, Stanton, Judge versus Mookie and Freddie and
As much
Shohei.
as I respect the Dodgers, because I feel like they're the Yankees of the National League, I really want to see a Subway Series, World Series.
See, I'm an East Coast guy.
Okay.
And there's nothing that makes my skin crawl as much as the idea, that the entire state of New York gets claim ownership of baseball, Major League Baseball. They are obnoxious enough. Enough. I will accept one or the other. Both is unacceptable. So, Ashton, which one do we get?
Oh, we're going the Yankees.
See, that's what that is. See, I
knew
we could meet on the bridge. I knew we could meet on the bridge. There's zero chance I want both of them. We did that. No, I'm cool with not that. What's the focus and topic today, 5 o'clock?
Teammates was started simply with providing a mentor and a mentee to be a teammate. So what better way to talk about teammates than to bring as our special guest one of Ashton's teammates, former teammates, and one of my former teammates to talk about what it means to be a teammate when it comes to their sport, and then what that means for a mentor and mentee to be a teammate. So we're excited about our special guest today, and just really helping educate the world about how we are trying to impact the world one student at a time.
One teammate at a time. Time to join the team, gang. That's how simple it is, DPAO. We appreciate you hanging out with us for that hour, but don't go anywhere. Buckle up. Ash and Demo, they got you until 6 o'clock. Teammates Spencer and I coming up on The Ticket.
You're listening to Old School with DP and J. Download the mobile app and listen wherever you are on 93.7 The Ticket and The Ticket FM.